For most of human history, the stars felt impossibly far away. The solar system appeared enormous, mysterious, and forever beyond the reach of human exploration. Space was imagined as an endless abyss stretching far beyond anything civilization could ever touch. Then, in 1977, humanity launched a small robotic spacecraft that would quietly begin one of the greatest journeys in history. Voyager 1 was never expected to become legendary. It was created in an era before smartphones, artificial intelligence, and powerful modern computers. Its technology was astonishingly limited by today's standards. Its memory capacity was tiny. Its processors were slower than even the simplest modern electronic devices. Yet this fragile machine accomplished something extraordinary. Decade after decade, Voyager continued traveling farther from Earth than any object humanity had ever built. It crossed the orbits of distant planets. It moved beyond the familiar region dominated by the Sun. And eventually, it reached a frontier no spacecraft had crossed before. Today, Voyager 1 exists more than 25 billion kilometers from Earth, so distant that even light requires nearly an entire day to travel between the spacecraft and our planet. Every command sent from mission control takes almost 23 hours to arrive. Another 23 hours pass before a reply returns. Communicating with Voyager is less like conversation and more like exchanging messages across time itself. And somehow, despite the freezing darkness and relentless radiation of deep space, Voyager still responds. Its signals are faint whispers traveling across unimaginable emptiness. But those whispers have become increasingly mysterious. Far beyond the planets lies a hidden boundary known as the heliopause, the outer edge of the Sun's influence. For billions of kilometers, the Sun releases streams of charged particles called the solar wind, creating a gigantic protective bubble around the solar system known as the heliosphere. Scientists once believed the transition beyond this region would be smooth and relatively quiet. Voyager revealed something very different. When the spacecraft first launched, its mission focused on exploring the outer planets. During flybys of Jupiter and Saturn, Voyager transformed planetary science forever. It discovered powerful volcanic eruptions on Jupiter's moon Io, revealing a world violently active beneath its surface. It captured astonishing details within Saturn's rings, exposing structures far more complex than scientists expected. Even if the mission had ended there, Voyager would already have secured its place in history. But the spacecraft continued moving outward. Year after year. Billion kilometer after billion kilometer. Then, in 2012, Voyager achieved something humanity once considered almost impossible. It crossed the heliopause and became the first human-made object to enter interstellar space. For the first time, a creation from Earth had traveled beyond the boundaries of the solar system itself. Yet what Voyager discovered there surprised scientists. Instead of calm emptiness, the spacecraft encountered strange activity at the edge of the Sun's domain. Magnetic fields behaved unpredictably. Particle densities fluctuated. The region appeared turbulent and dynamic rather than smooth and silent. The boundary separating our solar system from interstellar space seemed alive with movement. Suddenly, the edge of the solar system no longer looked like a simple border. It looked more like a shifting frontier shaped by enormous invisible forces. As Voyager 1 continued deeper into interstellar space, its instruments began detecting patterns scientists never fully expected to see. Subtle fluctuations appeared in surrounding magnetic fields. Particle measurements changed unexpectedly. Some structures seemed oddly organized, almost as if enormous invisible currents were flowing through the galaxy itself. Researchers once imagined interstellar space as mostly empty, a quiet void separating stars across unimaginable distances. But Voyager's observations suggest something far more complicated. Some scientists believe the disturbances may result from interactions between the heliosphere and the interstellar medium, the thin material spread between stars. Others suspect massive magnetic waves could be traveling through the Milky Way across enormous cosmic distances. There is also the possibility that shock waves from ancient supernova explosions still move through the galaxy millions of years after the stars that created them disappeared. If true, Voyager may be detecting the lingering fingerprints of stellar deaths that occurred long before humanity even existed. Even more intriguing is the growing realization that space itself may contain hidden structures humanity barely understands. Instead of empty nothingness, the galaxy could be filled with invisible magnetic networks, energetic flows, and enormous pressure systems linking distant regions together. Voyager may have become the first instrument in history to directly sense this hidden cosmic environment. Rather than drifting through emptiness, it could be moving through an ocean of unseen forces stretching across interstellar space. If these ideas prove correct, the implications are enormous. It would mean our understanding of the galaxy remains incomplete. The space between stars may be far more active, dynamic, and interconnected than scientists once imagined. What makes Voyager's mission even more astonishing is that the spacecraft still functions at all. It was never designed to survive this long. Its systems were expected to operate for only a limited number of years after visiting the outer planets. Instead, it has endured for nearly half a century. At distances exceeding 25 billion kilometers, Voyager's signals become unimaginably weak by the time they reach Earth. Massive radio antennas must isolate those faint transmissions from cosmic background noise surrounding our planet. Yet somehow, the connection survives. Engineers continue shutting down non-essential systems one by one to conserve the spacecraft's remaining power. Everyone involved understands the same reality: Voyager's voice will not last forever. Eventually, its power source will weaken beyond recovery. One day, a final signal will arrive. A final transmission from the darkness. Then silence. But Voyager's journey will continue long after that final whisper disappears. Attached to the spacecraft is the famous Golden Record, a message from Earth intended to represent humanity itself. It carries music, greetings, languages, and sounds from life on our world. A small collection of human existence traveling endlessly through the galaxy. Long after civilizations change and centuries pass, Voyager 1 will continue drifting among the stars, carrying proof that humanity once looked into the night sky and chose to explore. Perhaps that is Voyager's greatest achievement. Not merely the discoveries it made, but the reminder that beyond every frontier lies another mystery waiting to be understood. Beyond the planets. Beyond the heliopause. Beyond the limits of what humanity currently knows, an entirely new cosmic territory is beginning to emerge. And somewhere ahead in the darkness, the next great discovery may already be waiting.